Now the next we have chemical properties of metals. As earlier we have discussed that elements could not be classified only on the basis of physical properties, so we should study chemical properties also. Now we will study the chemical properties, the reaction of metals with air, with water, with steam, with different kind of reactions we will study, and after that we will classify the metals and non-metals. So firstly we will study the article 3.2.1, that what happens when metals burnt in air. Now the first article we are starting here. What happens when metals burnt in air? Burnt in air, that means metals are reacting with oxygen, because oxygen is present in air. So we will discuss here the reaction of metals with air. So consider the first activity 3.9. Take any of the sample of metal and burn it over a flame. We are taking here any of the sample and we are reacting it with oxygen by burning. Collect the product it formed. What is the product formed there? Collect that. Which metals burn easily? What color did you observe when the metal burned? So these are the changes which we have to observe and we have to note that. Next is how the metal surface appear after burning. Arrange the metals in the reactivity series, decreasing order of the reactivity series towards oxygen. Are the product soluble in water? So firstly we will discuss that whenever metal react with oxygen, they form metal oxides. Whenever metal react with oxygen, they always form metal oxides. Now we will discuss the nature of metal oxides. So learn that metal oxides are always basic in nature. Metal oxides are always basic in nature, and whenever non-metal form oxide after doing reaction with oxygen, they are always acidic in nature. These are two most important points, that the metal oxides are basic in nature and the non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Now the next we have, for example, when copper is heated in air. Suppose we are heating the copper and copper is reacting with oxygen, then combine with oxygen it forms copper oxide. What will form? Copper oxide, and copper oxide is black oxide. So the reaction is given here, 2Cu plus O2 give you 2CuO. That is, whenever copper reacts with oxygen it forms copper oxide. And similarly we have another sample of aluminium, which is metal. If we are reacting aluminium with oxygen, which is given here, aluminium with oxygen, it forms aluminium oxide. So metals always react with oxygen, they form metal oxides. Metals always react with oxygen, they form metal oxides. Now in our previous chapter we have learnt that how copper oxides react with hydrochloric acid. We have learnt that metal oxides are basic in nature. So you remember that in the last chapter we have studied that what is the nature of metal oxides. They are always basic in nature, but some oxides such as, because exceptions are always there, but some oxides such as aluminium oxide, zinc oxide, etc. shows both acidic as well as basic behavior. They shows both the behavior, acidic as well as basic behavior. So such metal oxides which react with both acids as well as bases to produce salt and water. The reactions which we have studied in our previous chapter, they form salt and water, are known as amphoteric oxides. They are called amphoteric oxides. For example, firstly when aluminium react with oxygen it forms aluminium oxide, and then whenever aluminium oxide, Al2O3, that is metal oxide, it reacts with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, it forms aluminium chloride with the evolution of water, that is AlCl3, that is salt, not aluminium chloride, that is a salt with the evolution of water molecules. Similarly we have Al2O3, whenever it reacts with base, whenever it reacts with acid, whenever it reacts with base, they form sodium aluminate. This is the formula for sodium aluminate, 2NaAlO2 with the evolution of water molecule. So most metal oxides are insoluble in water. Learn it. Most of the metal oxides are insoluble in water, but some of these dissolve in water to form alkalis. क्या form करते हैं? What they form? most of the metals oxides are insoluble in water, but some of the metal oxides which soluble in water, they dissolve in water and they form alkalis. What they form? Alkalis. And the example of alkalis are sodium oxide and potassium oxide. So these are the metal oxides which when dissolve in water they form alkalis. Which when dissolve in water they form alkali. The reactions are given here. So firstly you see there sodium oxide and this is our potassium oxide. Whenever sodium oxide it is dissolved in water, it forms sodium hydroxide, that is alkali, basic, that is alkali. And whenever potassium oxide is dissolved in water, they form potassium hydroxide, that is alkali. So from above all, it is concluded that all metals do not react with oxygen at same rate. So the reactivity of every metal towards oxygen is different. Different metals have different reactivity towards oxygen. Some are reacting with oxygen at low rate, some are reacting with oxygen at high rate. So the reaction of metals towards oxygen is varying. Metals such as potassium and sodium react so vigorously. These are the exceptions underlined here. Metals such as potassium and sodium react so vigorously that they catch fire even if they kept in open for some time. Even if they kept in open for some time, they directly catches the fire. So they are very reacting metals. So to protect them, hence to protect them or these metals, they are kept in or immersed in kerosene oil. So that's why this is a question, why we immersed sodium or potassium in kerosene oil. The answer is that because sodium or potassium, they are the most reactive metals. They react vigorously even in the open. So that's why they are immersed in kerosene oil. Now the next question is, metals such as aluminium, zinc, lead, etc. are covered with a thin layer of oxides. They are covered with a thin layer of oxides. This protects metals and prevents from further oxidation. This helps to prevent further oxidation. Next is, iron does not burn on heating. Iron is not reacting with oxygen directly, but if we will change its form, but iron fillings burn vigorously. But if we will find iron fillings, they burn with oxygen, they burn vigorously. Similarly, in the same way, copper does not burn, but the metal is coated with a layer of black oxide, colored layer of copper oxide is heated directly. So we see that the reactivity of metals towards oxygen is varied according to the metal. So they are not same. Similarly, we have silver and gold do not react with oxygen even at high temperature. Silver and gold, they are the less reactive or they are the least reactive metals. They do not react with oxygen even at high temperature. So the reactivity of every metal towards oxygen is different.